Okay, everybody, today we're going to go through what I think is one of the most important rehab tools, especially for people with chronic trap and neck tightness. Think of my clinic, like what I see every day. Everyone that walks in here, regardless if it's massage therapy for chiropractic, they all talk about like I hold all my stress here. I'm always tight on these trap muscles. So what does a slightly deflated ball have to do with having tight trap muscles, and how can I fix it? Well, before we get into that, I just want to explain the body in one of the ways I look at it. I want you to think about the body as a set of either moving muscles or stabilizer muscles. So like a bicep, it's moving stuff, right? That's a mover. Well, so are the traps, so are the rhomboids, so are these big SCMs. All these muscles that we learn as doctors and therapists and massage therapists and general public, those are moving muscles. And then on the other end of it, we have these little stabilizer muscles that go vertebrae to vertebrae, or are part of what holds an arm out straight in the isometric motion. Those are stabilizers. So how the body works is the movers are built to move stuff. The stabilizers are built to be activated when you're like driving, right? Your head's not moving. When you're on your phone, when you're playing video games, when you're on your computer, those are when the stabilizers should kick in. Now, if your stabilizers, for whatever reason, have stopped working and are kind of offline, the big movers can take over. They're programmed to do it, but they don't like it. So that's why you get this recurrent pain that just comes back all the time here. Man, I'm always stiff and sore here. Maybe it's not just relax these muscles, because what you'll notice is most of the time when you relax these, within 2 or 3 days it comes right back. You haven't fixed anything. You've just kind of fluffed a muscle that's been turned on. Instead of going that system, try to turn back on the problem. Get the stabilizers going. Well, we kind of figured this out in the rehab world and the therapy world a few years ago, but what happens is most of the way that we train stabilizers are actually just moving movers again. And that's not doing anyone any good. So if you want to turn back on a stabilizer, I love these slightly deflated balls. Now this one's called a Gorgeous ball. You can get them as part of Jill Miller's stuff that we've used before. I order them in, I think they're like $10. Like they're nothing expensive at all. And the way to fix neck stabilization is just take your ball, lean into it. That's why it's slightly deflated, right? I'm sitting here and I'm not, if you have a fully inflated ball, your neck's doing this. Well, guess what? That's moving the movers. When you can just kind of sink in there, now we got the stabilizers going. I typically hold 30 seconds on the front, 30 seconds on the back, and 30 seconds side to side. Not moving, not flexing into them, not doing anything, but just leaning there. Let those stabilizers turn on. The typical feeling most people get is kind of like the first time you've done leg press at the gym and you feel like the kind of shaky motion, like the nerves kind of waking up. I want you to feel that. If you feel like you need more pressure, just walk your legs away from the ball a little bit more. But don't start with the most you can. This is very simple. I've probably sold 200 or 300 of these in my clinic over the years. I would say no one ever uses them. I've had 2 people call me back out of all these I've sold and said, this thing changed my life. They actually did it. My recommendation treatment is 30 seconds side to side, and I want you doing it every day for 14 days. These stabilizers muscles are tiny. They don't take tons and tons of rehab. Once you see these stabilizers start to wake up and start doing their job, the great big traps and the pecs and the SCMs, they won't have to be on all the time. They're able to just shut down and get back to moving like they're supposed to. I hope that helps you out. That's one of my favorite rehab tools. I just never see it in practice very often. I kind of stole the idea from one of our guys that worked on a lot of the Olympic training stuff. He was working with archers. And in archery, they are so good at that Olympic level. It's not the first person, I mean, they're out here like this. It's not the first person to hit 10s. It's the first person that misses a 10. And what he was finding is the Korean athletes who are exceptional at archery all had great neck stabilization, and most of the American athletes did not have neck stabilization. And the stuff that we were using as therapists wasn't cutting the job. We went back and he kind of came up with this idea. I think he had a therapy ball, but same idea, right? It's grippy, it holds the wall, you can put pressure in there, and it turned them right back on. I thought this idea was going to work really good for our people that just have chronic tightness up here, and no matter what we do, it keeps coming back. I'm not here to see people over and over again. You guys that are subscribers for me, I don't want you in pain. I want this stuff fixed. So try it out. Get yourself one of these soft balls, work on it, see what happens. Let me know. Take care, guys.